Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome to Wurm Unlimited. Yes, this is a very big game I've been playing recently, and I have really got sucked in. Back there in the distance, you can see a tent, which actually a friend of mine, Kenneth, has got his tent set up back there. A couple other little things we were doing, getting used to the game, and I thought, you know what, I think I've got a hang for what's going on. I certainly don't know everything. I've got a whole lot to learn, but I gathered up some stuff, threw it into my bag, and commandeered a boat. I actually stole this from Cage, so hopefully he doesn't mind. But we're going to go find a new place to set up and kind of drop everything off and then probably return the boat. Probably. Anyway, yeah, I've gathered up a number of things, just little things. I actually left quite a bit behind. I just mostly wanted to bring some seeds and a couple things to get a new place started, but I thought I would bring you guys in here and let you know just a little bit about the game. I'm not going to go into super detail, but for those who don't know, Wurm Unlimited is a big sandbox RPG, basically an MMO RPG, where I think they describe it as the players are in charge. Basically, there's a lot you can do in this game, and for those of you who watched my Life is Feudal series, I would say that's very similar to what Wurm Unlimited is. Wurm actually was online, it's been around for a while, and just came to Steam somewhat recently. The Unlimited kind of add-on there is an indicator that it's the Steam version. They made some updates and everything, so here we are. Now, am I going to do a series on this? That's the first question I get asked a lot whenever I put a new video out on some new sandboxy RPG game, and right now the answer to that is I don't know. It kind of depends on you guys and whether you want to see more of this. You definitely have to let me know in the comments if you want to see more. I'm really enjoying the game, and I can tell that I could definitely get sucked into this like I did with Life is Feudal. I feel like this is a little bit faster paced than Life is Feudal, even if not by a whole lot. But there's also a ton in this game you can do, a lot. Life is Feudal at the time when I was playing it, there was a number of things you could do, but this game has a lot going on, a lot of depth and everything. So anyway, I'm going to kind of keep chugging along here in the boat. I've got a couple locations I spied out before. I'm going to take a look around and see if I can find a place to kind of settle in and get started. Well, I spent so much time looking for a good spot that it started to get dark. So we've got the day to night cycle. I looked up before. I think it's about 3 hours per day, 3 hours per night. Ooh, there's a shark right there. Check that out. Definitely not getting out of the boat here. But anyway, yeah, 3 hours on each side. We are now coming into night. I haven't been looking for 3 hours. It was already getting later when I took off with the boat. But I'm noticing over here, you can kind of see a glimmer of a light. Almost looks like a torch, right? I actually saw something like this before. Ran up to it, and I was like, is this a fire? And just as I got close to it, I realized it was a hellhound. So that is another place we're not going to be going. You can see a spider over there. We actually got a couple of them. So the spot I'm looking for a place that's kind of flat. So we have, it's pretty easy for us to level it out to make a building on. But I also want it near a mountain so we can mine pretty easily. The problem is that the mountains are usually, they kind of rise up. And so usually, I also want to be by water. Let me state that too. I was going to say, so usually if you have a mountain near water, it's not flat. It's usually kind of going right up from there. It's that, or you have something flat for a ways and it goes to a mountain in the distance. So anyway, this is not bad over here. There's a bit of a hill that way. This is pretty flat over here, but no real hill nearby. But I kind of like this little narrow river area. It's kind of cool. So I thought I would explore down here a little bit. Cat over there. So I'm just basically kind of crawling along here, looking at the shores, taking a peek at places. I am running across some other player places, so of course in very good spots. I think, oh, this could be a cool spot. As you get close, things render in and realize that I can't quite move in there. So anyway, I'm going to continue this and hope to find something. But setting up in the middle of the night is probably not a good idea. Okay, well, I did camp for the night. Brought the boat back to where I took it, from, and continued out the next day. Now, I actually had a little run-in with a troll. I was trying to kind of run him off near here because I wanted to pull up to this spot. I think this is a cool spot. It's pretty flat here. And there is a hill nearby, so I can do some mining up there. So I think this will be a decent spot. I just tried to run a troll off and he smacked me pretty hard, so I'm gonna have to take care of that here in a minute. Let's just go ahead and drop the boat here. I think we'll leave it out in the water just a little bit. Hop off of this guy. That should work. So we've got some flat area here. I think we could do some cool stuff. Eventually make a building maybe. Do a little bit of farming. Yeah, I think this could work out pretty well. Looked like this kind of stayed somewhat level back there in the distance. Kind of a valley of sorts. So that's a possibility. I could maybe build something back there. I'm not sure, but anyway, yeah, I think this might work for now. So what we'll do first is maybe chop down a tree or two, because I don't think I have any logs with me. I brought a lot of my tools and a lot of seeds to get farm stuff going. And then I've just got some odds and ends, some things I've found. I found an emerald, which I guess they're somewhat rare. I did find one of those. But yeah, let's do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch to the hatchet. And let's take down a tree. We're going to need some wood to work with. I guess it doesn't really matter which one. Let's just, let's do this guy here. So I got it selected here. We can go ahead and cut down. So we should get to swinging. Maybe at some point. There we go. Try to get this guy chopped down. We're gonna have to kind of spam this a bit. That troll was brutal. I guess I should be looking at my health right now, really. I should be trying to figure out if I need to bandage anything. Probably do. Okay. We can see the skills tab is lit up. I can click that and see that the chopping is increased. My hatchet is increased as well. Boom! There we go. Took a tree down. I can actually take out the stump with a shovel as well. But first of all, let's kind of look at my life here. So we can actually click your body and then see the wound that you have, and then use cotton on it. So let's see. Double click this cotton, see if we can bandage this guy. First aid. I don't think I'm all that good with it. Let's see. Let's go back to events here. The cotton does not cover the wound. I may have tried to like get too many seeds out of this or do something with it. Oh, that one's gonna work though. Sweet. You could see the weight there is 0.40. So as I do this, if I fail, or actually even if I succeed, it's gonna use some of it. And what do we get? We bandaged it. You bandaged the wound with cotton. Excellent. So that used about half of what was left. So that's cool. Mouse over it, you can see medium. It's a medium bruise and it has been bandaged, so that's cool. We're gonna get better there. That's the red marker there on a mouse over. You can see we're 84%, so I definitely need a drink. We got a water indicator food there, so I'm gonna take care of that, and then I think we'll get to chopping down, or chopping the wood into some pieces there. Take a swig of water, that'll help. Okay, so we're gonna switch to the saw. Kind of go at this thing here. Let's see. We're gonna chop up. Chop this thing up. Are we using our axe right now? I can't tell. You can't do a third person apparently. I would love to be able to switch out to third person and take a look at what he's doing exactly. Get a good view of that, but doesn't seem to be a thing you can do. So you start to saw up the felled tree. So there we go. We've got a pile of logs here. I can actually right click and open this, and then we can look and see that it's 8 pieces of log. If I actually right click it and do take, it'll grab as much as I can carry, which looks like it's 6 right now. But I don't need that many. I'm super slow. So let's just go ahead and select a good chunk of these, and we will drop them on the ground. So there we go, there's that pile. Now we're carrying 2. We've got 2 logs here. So we can actually work with this wood. I can actually switch over here to, say, the hatchet. Let's right click this, create, and you can see the different things we can do here. We can make a wood beam, or we can make kindling. And I'm gonna make some kindling because I kind of want to make a fire. I don't necessarily need a fire right now. We can use that for cooking food. I guess you can use it for some low-level smelting and everything, but I feel like the campfire is kind of the base of operations. It's kind of how you get things started, right? It's kind of the center, the center of your soon-to-be town. Let's see. Now, I'm going to have to actually try and remember. I think it was... Where is my... It's so hard when there's so many things. Steel and flint. I keep wanting to look for flint and steel. So let's see. I think this is what we can do. Furnace, campfire. Now, this is going to put it... I probably should have moved forward a bit. Actually, I can escape. You can hit escape and cancel. I wanted this to be more centered up here somewhere. Let's try that again. Create, furnace, campfire. See what our skills are doing here. Wood cutting increased to 13. Excellent. There you go. We have a fire. I think the next thing to do is put the tent down. So let's see. I've got the tent right there. And if I recall correctly, it puts, when it goes down, the opening, when I put it down before, was kind of a 90-degree out to my right. So if I want the opening facing the fire, I'll probably stand like this to the fire. And then I think I can just, let's see, double click this thing. I'm trying to remember. Or do you just drop it to the ground? Maybe that's what it is. There you go. So it did do it in front of me a bit, but that's cool. So there we go. We have a fire. We've got the tent. We can actually use the tent as inventory. We can open it and drop a number of things in there. But yeah, I think this might be a cool place for me to settle in and do some playing, learn some more about the game, explore. So let me know what you guys think of the game if you're playing it, if you've been enjoying it, if you've been thinking about getting it, let me know. Also, let me know if you'd like to see more of these. I'm going to be looking at what you guys are saying from that standpoint if you guys want to see more, and also be looking at just how many of you are actually watching this to decide how many more videos I might do. I don't know that I would do kind of a numbered series for it, but I might come back to it every once in a while, cover a couple different things, maybe just talk about what I'm doing at the time. Kind of depends. I'm not entirely sure, but I thought I would take a little break from timber and stone, give you guys something a little different. We've been kind of going pretty hardcore on that one. But anyway, I do want to thank you guys for stopping in, checking out my new pad. I appreciate it, and I will catch you next time.